Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analyst Richard J. So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Zeke Naji out there with Paul George. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Nikola Jokic. And for the Warriors, inside it's Wiggins at the 4 with Looney in the middle. Stephen Curry is out there with Buddy Hield. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Grant, both defenses will have their work cut out for them here against these two high-powered offenses.
Get your popcorn ready. There should be a ton of scoring, but I'm also looking to see which team can bring the most intensity on defense. In the end, that will be the deciding factor in this one.
Here's Harrington. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Butler surveying the floor. Pass to Curry. Rejected by Jokic. George passes to Harrington. The shot from the low post is good. Harrington's got 5.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first place. That was just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Kicks it to George. Launches it, and the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Wiggins outside. Butler into the lane. And that one drops for him.
From Andrew Wiggins.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Harrington pass to Jokic. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
A 3 from Curry. Nails it from 3. 5 points in the game.
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
Harrington pass to Naji. Here's George. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And, of course, Denver down a few spots.
Well, I think for the Warriors, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Drills it from deep.
Now to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
You know, when you look back on Stephen Curry's career, it's still amazing that he fell to the 7th pick of the draft.
You think a few teams would rank that one NBA? As great as a shooter as he is, Denver scared off by his build because he didn't have that typical NBA strong body.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Jokic. And that one's long.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Deflected. Pass to Schroeder. Here's Harrington. Shoots over Curry. Harrington's shot is off. Kicks it to George. On target from range. George has got his second bucket on the night.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Here come those free t-shirts.
take a look at the numbers for Nikola Jokic. And here's Curry for three. Hits the trifecta. Curry's got 11 points.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Harrington. And a powerful one-handed slam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Tipped away. To the inside. And the layup falls. 9 points in the game.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
On the wing, Curry. Three-pointer. Another three for Golden State.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Raji passes to Schroeder. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. We're still very early into the season, with many teams trying to find their footing and establish some chemistry here.
The NBA, that's what the early season really is all about. I mean, players getting used to one another, as well as coaching staffs too, just trying to figure out which lineups work best.
The first one falls. Misses, so he splits the free throws. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Trailing by 5. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
Here's Harrington. He's covered by Curry. Tries again, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Stephen Curry.
Yeah, initially underestimated, Jokic has grown into a truly exceptional talent. We talk about modern bigs, but he's probably more like the big man of the future.
First free throw is good. Jokic drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Butler on the wing. Back to Curry. There's the three. Another three for Golden State. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's the 3 in a row. Here's Harrington. 29 points for him last game against New Orleans. Schroeder passes to Harrington. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Harrington's got 10 points in the game.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
And it's Butler with the jam.
He was too focused on Wiggins scoring. Easy give to his teammate.
Harrington pass to Najee. And now here's Schroeder. Puts up a three. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Outside heel. Stolen by Schroeder. Down low. Here's Najee. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 10-point Denver lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And how about their shot blocking tonight? I mean, creating doubt every time the ball goes up. They're there lurking.
Golden State calls timeout. Around the league, we're increasingly seeing former players in front office positions, Grant,
so true, BA. And we need even more former players in those roles. They bring a perspective that a lot of front offices just don't have. They can add value with their experience. I really like this move.
Substitutions here. And let's take a look now at the best rebounders in the league this season. Nikola Jokic, #1.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
Here's Wiggins. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Butler. Covered by Schroeder. Back to Butler. 5 on the clock. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Tries to keep it alive. And the ball out of play. The Warriors go. Golden State with the ball. It's a 10-point game. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
That fast wonder off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And so Jokic will bring it up for Denver. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with it.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And the Warriors miss again.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
To the left side wing. Will it go? It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in the game. And George with the jam.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
Wiggins outside. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Murphy. Well, Richard, as the first overall pick, some of the highest expectations were put on Wiggins at a very young age.
Yeah, while playing high school ball, some recruiter analysis called him the Michael Jordan of Canada. That's some big shoes to fill. If it's not the highest expectation ever, I don't know what is.
No good on that one.
You really get nonstop hustle from Andrew Wiggins, and that all-out style of play helps him be a serious difference maker on both sides of the ball.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Second free throw, no good. And here's Denver. They lead by 14. Here's George. Oh, big finish!
Okay, I see you. Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's George. He's got 12. Pass to Brown. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Wiggins. And the Warriors pushing it up now.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Banked it in off the glass.
The strength from Wiggins, he doesn't get phased very easily.
George passes to Jokic. And it's Denver with another.
Only one miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
Pass to Perkins. Now here's Wiggins. He's closely guarded.
Yeah, timely SWAT attempt by Jokic. Nothing you can do about that as the shooter.
George outside. Gets the three to fall. George has got 15 points.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Pass to Wiggins. From downtown. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Wiggins getting some instant payback for that three on the other end. You just got to love that.
And the dunk by Jokic.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Perkins. Again, Golden State.
Passing isn't the strongest part of Wiggins' game, but he is far from a selfish scorer.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they definitely run in practice. From outside the arc. And the Warriors with another three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Harrington. Second chance effort. That one drops 4. 12 points for him.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with the detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. Back after this. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. They trail by 14. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. On the court for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Zeke Naji out there with George. And there's Christian Brown.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Over to the wing. Harrington, pass to George. Hook loose. Wiggins looking around. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Pass to Naji. Looney with some nice D.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
He bullies his way around. Wiggins, he's going to figure it out inside.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Warriors head coach Steve Kerr has somewhat of a hands-off approach. He said, quote, coaching isn't control here. My goal by the end of the year is to just sit there and do nothing. And that means it works, because that's what a coach's job is. It's not to pull strings, call the play, and direct traffic. It's to say, this is your team. PA?
Yeah, that's how you have to think about it, right? Thanks, Allie. Here's George. And Butler with the block.
An outstanding defender. Butler uses his size and length well to swat shots. He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Wiggins outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Denver Nuggets. On Tuesday, they head back home to host the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Portland Trailblazers.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. All NBA players play with confidence. But, RJ, surely there are some that play with too much confidence.
Well, look, there's always a guy who doesn't realize he's being left open for a reason. Some players just don't understand their role of their team. Usually,
Take a break. Take a break.
To tell them
Two
how
shots.
it is.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Wiggins drops them both. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. Jokic with it. The big-time strength of Jokic.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And here's Wiggins. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Oh, Jokic with a block. They retain possession. Wiggins!
Timeout. Over his career, we've seen Wiggins improve that three-point shooting game. Credit Andrew for putting in the work.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Here they come. We're part of the free teacher.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And a look now at the breakdown between threes and twos for the Warriors. Denver in the lead. Pass to Najee. Here's Brown, pounded by Wiggins. Brown passes to Jokic. Here's Najee. And they recover it. Here's Brown. And he jams it home with authority.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. A huge putback, making a statement here.
The shot by Looney, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And this is what makes Jokic an MVP caliber talent. His ability to dominate the defense.
Shoots from 12. It's tipped. This one for three. Here's Brown. Oh, rejected by Wiggins.
There's the length from Wiggins. Got the paw up and redirected the shot.
He's covered by Curry. Back to Jokic. Here's Najee. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll be a second foul of the game. Hields checked in for the Warriors.
Coming onto the floor for your Warriors, Buddy.
And here are the Nuggets now. Najee passes to Jamison. Here's Brown. Pass to Jamison. Guarded. By Hield. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Count it. 1-for-1 to start the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Guarded by Hield. Ooh, poked away. Gets stolen by Hield. Inside. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor. And finding his open teammates.
Guarded by Hield. Here's Najee. Somehow scores the layup in traffic. Najee's got his second basket. Fires the three. That shot missing.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Brown. Now Jokic. Shoots over Wiggins. And it's Jokic missing.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Ooh, it's stolen away. It's a one-on-one situation. Three-pointer. He drops it from range. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
It's so hard to pass up a three-pointer when the D is completely scattered.
Hield on the wing. It's rebounded by Najee.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Kept alive. Oh, they get a hand on it. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. Fourth, Denver.
Recently, they've been effective in getting good looks. Field goal percentages are typically tied to the quality of your shots.
Hield on the wing. Back to Curry. Fires for three. Brown grabs the board. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night.
After scoring with ease. In the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Outside heel. Count the basket. And now just a 5-point Denver lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And something fans... don't always get to see some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Out to the right wing. Knocked loose. Looney against Jokic. And Looney with the slam.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jokic, no good. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Offensive board. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. He's got 6.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Sanders, the pass to Jamison. Pass to Sanders. Here's Jamison. He's covered by Curry. It's stolen by Curry. Curry with the big motor. Finishes in transition. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Warriors.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
They've also done a good job defensively so far tonight, just making it tough all around on shooters, and it shows in their block numbers.
And rejected.
Love the effort. Defense.
Megan. Hope you guys are having an amazing summer. If you guys are ever trying to catch me out there on the courts or get some hoops in, you know where to find me. I'll see you guys out there.
What's going on, 2K community? I am super excited for this summer. We're going to be balling out all day, all long. So I can't wait to see you guys in the rec, in the park, on the court. I want to see you guys.
what's your favorite? Oh, man, Demi. And if I had to pick,
the Pacers sporting a good look as they came through the tunnel earlier. We'll see if they... And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The wing set for him. Edwards and McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Hood in at the 1. And for Indiana, Siakam is out there at the DeRozan. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Green. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. The fans are excited for this one, Doris. Two cross-conference rivals going right at it.
The rivalries are built when something huge is at stake. And obviously, these teams meet twice a year, so you don't waste an opportunity to exert control over the other.
Good on the three-point shot.
Now, how easy... rise and fire on the catch isn't if you're DeMar DeRozan, such a pure, gifted scorer.
Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this team started. Halliburton passes to Lopez. Reed with the block.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Back to McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Hits it from three-point range.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Siakam outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Hood. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Here is something great from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Reed. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Halliburton with it. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Siakam finds Green. With the drive. Count that bucket.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Here's the floater. And that one, good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Halliburton outside. The pass to DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Lopez outside. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Hood against DeRozan. Teardrop shot. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
DeRozan dishes to Lopez. Reed with the block.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Forcing the action down low. Green earning a trip to the strike.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Green.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Second free throw, no good. It has been a strange year for a few teams that thought they started a little stronger, Greg.
Yeah, what you see on paper coming into the season, that means very little until you're put to the test. But these teams have time to make adjustments in their schemes and personnel.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Here to look at the numbers for DeMar DeRozan. He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Back to Hood. Shoots from 12, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's McDaniels. The Pacers pull it in. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
We had torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Pass to Hood. Outside Edwards. This one for three.
And you can see how much Green's worked on his defense. He's become a tough one-on-one matchup.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
Outside Edwards. Over Green. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 5.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window, and exploits it.
Back to Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Minnesota calls timeout. Greg, there's a lot of impressive things about Tyrese Halliburton, most notably how efficient he is.
Yeah, Kevin, those percentages are terrific. But not only that, he's phenomenal at it, making sure he keeps his teammates involved. Just a remarkable young point guard.
Payton, he's checked in for Halliburton. Minnesota also with the sub. Anderson, he's checked in for Hood. Now Reed, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Green with the block.
A wiry guard. Green's length can sneak up on you. Might have just surprised the shooter.
Here's Siakam. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And now a 3-point Pacer lead. Passes it to McDaniels. And DeRozan sends it back.
Woohoo! DeRozan with a big dig. Go ahead and show off that length, DeMar.
Lopez outside. Green, the pass to Payton. Inside, Lopez. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside Edwards. The kick out to Anderson. Unloads from 13.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Outside DeRozan. To the middle. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Down low. And another shot. Now here's McDaniel. Tight defense on him. Anderson outside. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And some changes here for the Pacers. Paul comes in for Brook Lopez. And Hodges subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Minnesota also with the sub. Wilkins is checked in. Out to the wing, and stolen by Siakam. Pass to Green. Here is Hodges. It's stolen by Edwards. From the arc. And he gets it back. It's good. Edwards got his third basket of the night.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. So much fun indoors to watch. Anthony Edwards on the floor. This kid is elite.
Kevin, this guy is part of the next generation of great players. When you look at the rising stars in this league, he's got to be near the top of that list. Unbelievable offensively, 3-level scorer, and a guy who will get down and dirty on the defensive end.
We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Pacers. 5th, the Timberwolves.
I mean, great teamwork and great schemes at both ends of the floor. You're seeing that from each of these clubs, and this is what defense is all about.
Anderson passes to Wilkins. Oh, here's Edwards. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Shots good by Wilkins. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And that one, good.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Reed with the block. Edwards dishes to Wilkins. Timberwolves passing it around. Lowry kicks to Edwards. Anderson outside. Knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Green left side. Shoots over Reed, and it's Green missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
The pass to Wilkins. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Reed, just 5 on the clock. Tipped away. Wilkins, that's good. Wilkins has got his second bucket. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Payton. To the inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Indiana out in front. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And so it's Minnesota with it. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the third game of this three-game road trip. We've got DeRozan. Jalen Green is out there with Peyton. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Paul in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you very much. Jalen Green is trying to reach his potential as a star in this league. He says, things are starting to slow down for me. I'm recognizing the game a lot more and understanding what my role is. I'm locked in, and hopefully I'll give my team a chance to win and just take my game to another level, becoming a lot more efficient and aggressive. Kevin, back to you.
All right. Thanks, D.A.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Anderson outside.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Jalen Green.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Driving in, and the rejection by Lowry. Here's the teardrop. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Lowry against DeRozan. Anderson with the block. Feeds it to Rose. Paul with the defensive effort.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Green drives in, and rejection by McDaniels. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Edwards finds Rose, takes a 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Now, DeMar DeRozan remains a remarkable offensive talent. He has now crossed that remarkable 20,000 career point club.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. ADB, as players establish themselves, gaining that respect and recognition always seems to come down to postseason success, right? Playoff success.
It's so true, Kevin. Whether it's fair or not, great production in the regular season without having accompanying success in the postseason tends to get written off. So the pressure falls on teams to win or risk losing their star players.
Outside Hood. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payton finds Green. And here is Lopez from deep three-point land. And they'll get another chance. Here's Green, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Tries again. Here's Paul. Oh, that's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Yes, that goes in. Timberwolves trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
DeRozan passes to Payton. It's up a three. Rebound, Minnesota.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Edwards. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Paul's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Green. McDaniels defending. Second shot opportunity, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got 6 points.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
Outside, Edwards. Lets the three fly. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Paul. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is why you want the ball in DeRozan's hands. He can make a play for himself or right there for his teammate.
Hood drives in and denied. He sends it right off the glass. McDaniels kicks to Hood. The three. Pacers with the rebound. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Rose passes to Lowry. And DeRozan sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Dawson's checked in for the Pacers. Halliburton comes in for Green. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And they're able to recover. Pass to Dawson. And stolen by Hood. Now McDaniels. He's covered by Halliburton. Goes up on the block. And scoring with the play inside is McDaniels. McDaniels got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Halliburton outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Hood drives in. Rejected by Halliburton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Paul, and it's blocked, and they recover it. And again, the turnover by the Pacers.
And now we get a chance to check out Tyrese Halliburton.
How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Here's the feed to Paul. Fires it up. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. And Paul's got 8 points. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass. You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
Some changes for Indiana. Siakam is checked in for Lopez, and Hodges subbed in for Payton. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Wilkins comes in for McDaniels. Outside Hood. Here's Runcic. They get the rebound. Reed scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Here's Dawson, defended by Wilkins. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Here's Hood. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Hood's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Halliburton outside. There's the pass to Paul. Hodges against Edwards. And Hodges kicks to Paul. Reed with the block. And he recovers it. The Timberwolves shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And Wilkins gets it to go. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Paul passes to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Siakam. Reed with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And they get it back. Reed misses. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4th straight at home.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Hood can't get it to go.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that play.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Three-pointer on the way. And the 3-ball is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Dawson, defended by Wilkins. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Hood. Hood's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by Paul. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hodges the pass to Siakam. 34 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Hodges. Over Edwards. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Minnesota in the lead.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Halliburton against Hood. Paul for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Paul's got 11 points in the quarter.
There is something special about a crisp, on-time.
Oh, he nailed it.
Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He delivered 9 points from 3-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They had a very good second quarter, currently holding a 4-point advantage at halftime. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, leading the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And over to you, big fella. Your thoughts on the Pacers' first half?
Well, their strategy to pound inside has worked well so far. I wouldn't get away from it if I was drawing up the second half tonight. Keep working into the post, and you got to win that physical battle.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Timberwolves leading by 4. Kicking off the second half. Here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Hood in at the point.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
And the second free throw, good. Pacers trail by 5. And here is Siakam. Shoots over Reed. Misses off the left iron.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are forming chemistry. Tyrese Halliburton said in recent years, they were saying the locker room was a quiet place, not many conversations. We've tried to impact the culture and create a different atmosphere. It's genuine. We appreciate and love each other. We want to see each other succeed and prove people wrong. Kevin?
Yeah, I know you agree with me. They are on their way. And a minute played as the second half gets going. DeRozan surveying the D. Clock at 6. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
Outside Hood. Over Lopez. And it's sent back by Lopez. Takes it off the glass. Lopez has got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Halliburton against Hood. This is it to Reed. Outside Hood. Outside Edwards. Takes it inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now, here's Reed. Not a lot of room. And DeRozan sends it back. Over in the corner, Green. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his third assist on the night. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the Timberwolves call time.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The Pacers in 5th.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Offensive rebound. Reed misses.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside for Halliburton. For the tie, and the layup is up and in. Halliburton's got 6.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside, Edwards. Passes to Lowry. Lopez with the steal. Siakam for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead. And so Hood will bring it up for Minnesota. To stop the run. Green with the block. Pass to Halliburton. And stolen by Hood. He feeds it to McDaniels. And DeRozan sends it back. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Siakam. It's good. The basket. He's now 5 for 9. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And it's Lopez at the elbow. And the pass to Siakam. They kick it out to Green. From deep three-point land. Goes back up. Here's Lopez. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 as well.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Outside Edwards. Back to Hood. Pass to Edwards. From deep three-point land. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And the rejection by Lowry. The Pacers making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. And it's the Pacers with the ball. They lead by 1. It is good.
Well, the defense defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Green against Anderson. Green kicks to Siakam. Bobbed up there for Lopez. And the rejection by Lowry. To the inside. Reed. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Indiana, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Lopez dishes to Green. It's stolen by Lowry. Anderson with the ball. Now Green defending. Edwards. That's good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Hodges checked in for Indiana.
And now a look at Jalen Green. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. He's been getting about 37 a night, 7 assists and 7 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Trying to get open is Lopez. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Siakam. 11 points in the game. Passes it to Hodges. Now, here's Payton. Pass to Hodges. Latrey.
Boy, when he is contesting shots, you see the potential on the defensive end for Anthony Edwards.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Paul comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Dawson subbed in for Jalen Green. The Timberwolves have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. Here's Runčić, and another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack. Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Payton with it. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Payton outside. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Anderson passes to Rose. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Rose has got his first bucket in this one. Hodges against Edwards. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And they recover it. The pass to Anderson. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. Kept alive. Rose. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
And the Pacers call time here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Well, defense is a big part of these players' games. He's the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. You take a look at McDaniels, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Gary Payton.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
You know, that's a defensive combination you're sort of always looking for in wing players. Strong on the ground, strong in the air. There is no safe ground when one of them is on patrol.
They get it again. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Payton's got 6 in the quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Anderson up top. Scoreless thus far. Out to Edwards. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Here's Dawson. He's covered by Anderson. Dawson gets the bucket. 1:07 left in the third. Anderson with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Edwards. A second chance effort. It's deflected. Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And finished off by Paul.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Outside Edwards. Inside. And there's Rose on the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Dawson. Bobbed up there for Lopez. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Edwards to the left wing. Here's Doncic. No good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. Good luck getting a shot over this guy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Peyton is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. That's the Pacers 5. Hood up top, headed by Green. Hood, the pass to Reed, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Looking to get it going. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Siakam left side. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Good finds Edwards. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Lopez with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Here's Green. Edwards with the block. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Outside DeRozan. There's the drive. He dishes it to Peyton. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Peyton looking it over, trying to get open as Lopez. Offensive rebound, and he uses the glass on the way.
They cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Down low, Lowry. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Halliburton's checked in for Gary Payton. On defense, the Pacers. Hood gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Reed with the block. Outside Hood. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. For 3, Edwards buries the long-range jumper. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Green kicks to Lopez. Shoots over McDaniel. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, how great is it to see Brook Lopez dominate the game, taking over with his mastery of the offensive end.
Tries from 10. Pacers with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. There's Green with the three. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Now here's DeRozan. Driving to the basket. Takes it out to Siakam. Fires away from way outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Hood. Lays it up off the glass. Hood's got 4 points in the quarter.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now Pascal Siakam looking aggressive and determined, which forces the defender to commit the foul.
For Indiana, Pascal Siakam.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, the evolution of Pascal Siakam has been such a pleasure to watch. The work ethic is commendable, and he's learning how to be a leader, guys.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Pass to McDaniels. Buries it from 3-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor low enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Good. What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
Hood against Halliburton. It's Edwards on the wing. Green with the block. Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Lopez. Over Reed. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to Green.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Hood. Rejected by Halliburton.
Oh, my goodness. Tyrese Halliburton twice on the pipe. Send it back defensively.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Edwards from deep 3-point territory. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And up there for Lopez. And the rejection by Lowry. McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Hood gets the bucket.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Edwards against Green. For 3, Siakam. And Lopez throws it down.
Well, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim. 7 ball. Come on now.
Outside Hood. It's stolen by DeRozan. Feeds to Lopez. Grabs the rebound again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Edwards. Over Green. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 8 here in the quarter. Pacers trail by 4. Timeout called the Pacers. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thank you, David. Puts up a deep 3. And Halliburton with the basket on the assist from DeRozan.
What you love about Tyrese Halliburton is the consistency from the perimeter. This guy can make deep shots.
Out to the right wing. The kick out to Anderson. And here's Edwards from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Edwards got 41.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Here's Siakam. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
It's tipped. To the middle, here's Lowry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
DeRozan, and rejection by McDaniels. Reed the pass to Anderson. Outside Edwards. Back to Anderson. Out left to the wing. Here's McDaniels, and again it's Minnesota.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Bobbed up there for Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Doesn't matter what point of the game, stress, pressure, Brook Lopez makes it anyway.
And the Timberwolves call time.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Anderson against Halliburton. And here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. For three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
There's Green with the three. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's sent back by Lopez. And he gets it back. Anderson with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Edwards inside. He's against Green. Reed kicks to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it so close.
Payton, he's checked in for the Pacers. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Green inside the three-point line. And balls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And with the game tight, Green gets even more in that zone and ensures he's delivering what his team needs.
55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Green. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
Here is Edwards, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
Take a break. Take a break.
Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Lopez passes to Siakam. Now the feed to Lopez. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Lopez loves this pressure. He thrives in moments. He shows his greatness. Nice shot.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. and so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.